Hello and welcome into the Boise State Esports Arena. Tonight you are watching our coverage of the ICCU Valorant Fall Quarterfinals. We are super hyped. We got Boise State versus Loyola. Both teams are undefeated and they can't stay that way by the end of the night. We've got one match for you. Currently, we are seeded number 1 and Loyola is seeded number 9, but an undefeated record speaks for itself. Both of these teams are going to come out swinging in our best of 3 for ICCU quarterfinals. Then that's going to take us into the finals, and we also have a new patch today. I'm your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway, and joining me to call all of the action is Colin McJunkin, and they will also be talking about all of the patch notes that we're playing on live for the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the obvious one on everyone's mind is the chamber rework, which a lot of people are sort of calling a nerf, and it is to a degree you can say, but a lot of it is also quality of life changes, in my opinion, for him as well. We talk about the trip is a pretty big nerf, in my opinion. You know, you get the ability to recall it, but now it is you can only work inside of its AoE, and it deactivates much like KJ's stuff. The ult is probably the biggest change to it. I mean, that's one where you go less from being aggressive with the op of being something of like, oh, this is a free operator. That's better than an operator, right? And you can now be really aggressive. And now I don't have to spend $2,900 on a Vandal. I can just buy heavy shields or light shields, and I'm good to go. And I can get a 2-3 piece 4K and easily, eco out the other team. And it'll be perfect for me. But now you sort of have to play more cautious now. It's actual op. You can't take you can peek aggressively. You can still be that way, but you have to be more conscious, especially with this chamber trip now, of you're not able to teleport as far away from your initial distance. The enemy now knows, hey, if he TP'd, he's somewhere still in the near vicinity.
He's, around sight, somewhere around that.
He's going to be there.
What play style do you think that enables more?
I think it's going to be more or less the same. I think sticking towards sort of that sentinel role of, hey, sticking around to round one site, being really an anchor towards the team. And I've actually had the opportunity to talk to some of our players about it, and they feel sort of like it's a cleaner rework for them. They feel better about it, and they don't feel really detrimented to it as well. It feels sort of the same and more or less better for them.
So, the final thing going into this bracket is our semifinals. As you can see here, Boise State has worked our way all the way up, and Loyola absolutely has too.
Loyola beans. Yeah. So, yeah, whoever wins this goes to semi. But Loyola's been undefeated as well, which they're actually – but that's sort of the weird thing about it too. 12 teams undefeated. 12 teams.
They can't all stay that way.
They can't all stay that way. But that also, that sort of that tickles my brain a little bit of, what was the competition like in the regular season then? For 12 teams to go undefeated,
clearly
that's
they weren't facing each other.
Yeah, no, and actually I think it is like Boise State has not played Loyola ever, at least in this tournament. So
we're kind of
how it's going to work out, we don't quite know yet.
We're like getting to the part where some of these teams are facing each other for the first time, and we're really looking to see what's going to happen tonight. Now, let's talk through the smaller changes. We know Boise State's feeling good with the chamber changes, but like half of the roster got micro little mini changes.
Yeah, half of the roster. The other big one that a lot of people are really talking about is the Sage change as well. Going from 60 health of either to herself or to the teammate, it is now 30 health to yourself and now 100 health to the teammate. So it really kind of highlights play style. It's sort of the developers pushing a certain play style. And we've talked about it before. They are really pushing that play style of being more of a filling that team-orientated support role, right? There's no longer like this ability to transition between that and eco-frag yourself. Now it's sort of, all right, there's more emphasis on take care of your teammates over yourself.
And I understand both sides, right?
Yep.
But, like, with 30 HP, it does feel like that really doesn't do a whole lot for the Sage, so it almost feels like Sage has the ability to, like, heal their teammates and maybe touch themselves and not really do that. And so I kind of, like, I understand that they're trying to go for the support role and trying to do things like that. And we were talking about this before the cast. Like, I get that, and the support is nice. But Unfortunate that Sage can't really do anything for themselves there. Doc's keys to the game in Valorant are to focus, angles, and flank. Know your win condition, count cards, /call abilities, and click heads. And Doc's keys to the game are brought to us by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. And we're going to get right in.
First map being Haven. That Spicer Boise State. Now, at the top of my head, I do not know who picked first map. I imagine it's Boise State. I think we are the home team here. But just going forward, Haven's a really standard map for us. It's we sort of transitioned away from, this sort of like bind heavy center comp, which actually everyone knows now. Bind is also out of the rotation as well, and Split's being brought back. Best map in the game. Don't actually, you can quote me. In fact, do quote me. But we kind of went away, and we performed really well on Haven as well. And it's sort of more of a shocker to me of when a team outperforms us on Haven, because I think we're so comfortable around it.
So this first map is definitely Boise State's comfort pick. Would you say that they're favored to win this?
Yeah, definitely. I think they play this map really well, and I'm actually interested to see. And I know we just talked about the chamber changes not being too much of a detrimental impact to Boise State's Valorant team, but I am interested to see if they do swap it up a bit. Are they going to highlight a different controller here? I know Cypher's pretty annoying on here, and KJ can also shine a lot on C-Site.
We'll see if they'll go off the hard meta pick here with the changes.
And we talked about it before, a whole lot of micro changes as well. We have KO, Breach, and Viper, who also Viper's also a pretty big one that I'm going to talk about in a second. I'm blanking on the word, ultimate points were increased, all of them, from 7 to 8. So it is sort of that thing of, we also had that conversation baby change, but it can be impactful. To me, I don't think it's an amazing change to something of like, oh wow, it's a baby change, like we said. But I think it is something that on a round-to-round basis, I think it can impact the team. I think going round for round, especially maps like Fracture, who you want to play around orbs and ult points really well and consistently, it changes that a lot. You now have to kind of consider, all right, I have to now take one more kill or one more death or one more defuse or spike plant in order to get my ult. So it definitely is it's more of a mentality change than it is a mechanic change.
Yes, you need to do the just one more, and especially as when you're going from quarterfinals into the semifinals.
Yes.
All of these micro plays matter. For example, like when we say baby change, we don't mean completely impactful, not gonna change the game at all. What we mean is like just it's slight. It's slight, but there.
Which I think you bring out a pretty good point as well. They're having to do this live. I mean, this patch came out today. This is not something like, oh, I had 24 hours, I had a week to prepare for this stuff. No, like if you're playing Chamber today, you got to be confident in your ability to easily adjust, which I think this team can do. I think if you're in the ECAC finals and you're undefeated, you probably are good enough to adapt on the fly.
It's almost an ego move to pick Chamber today, and not in a bad way.
No, I think if you can make Chamber work, you definitely prove that. I don't think Chamber's out of the meta. I don't think Chamber's. You have to really deep buff this guy. You have to nerf this dude into the dirt if you want.
And that's
him out of the
definitely not
meta.
what happened.
No, that's definitely not what happened. It's a rework. That's why we're calling it more a rework. Oh, just getting right into it, actually.
So we kind of see Skies peeking.
Only one here left.
Going to go ahead and Aldim's going to get Spirit, actually. Wow, that is first round Boise State. They got that so fast, we didn't even see it.
No, we didn't.
Daimyo's going to go ahead is going to go ahead and kind of like see what they can do. We see Skies, the winner of our last round.
So actually, so pointing out sort of the comps here, there is an Astron here, which is also an interesting. Fade is pretty normal, and the Cyberhounds are doing a Chamber, so they're pretty confident the Chamber, while Boise State is opting for the KJ change.
So clearly that change is more impactful than maybe we initially thought there. We're going to see, all eyes are going to be on this Chamber to see how they perform. Currently, teams are just trying to find each other. Aldium's kind of, walking around, peeking with the rest of their team. We see the smoke coming out. Oh, here's the engage. Skies gets the flick. Nice shot onto Gilly.
Was planning to go for that shorty play. Isn't going to get it. Paranoia out back sight is going to get naded off. Sky's the only one in sight. Ottoman's going to pick up one. Sky's going to be taken down by the Chamber, proving deadly with the Sheriff.
Stops Boise State from getting a perfect victory, but 3v4, that is still... Oh, no, excuse me. Daimyo's going to go ahead and get JPF. That is now 4-2. Loyola, with every one of their members going down, it gets progressively more unwinnable.
A little more difficult. Reach still sitting heaven. Chamber's still A-link. They have sight down. They got to make a move here.
They know Spirit's there, though. If Spirit drops, they're going to get taken out.
Ooh, Hamzy does get one, but does get traded out, and there goes Spirit.
J-Bag is going to go down, however, maybe a little bit of a ego. 4v2 kind of got to him there.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something a little more difficult you got to handle. But I'm sort of a little more interested of the Chamber bought a Sheriff, but didn't buy any of the Headhunter rounds. Opted for the Sheriff over the Headhunter. To me, that sort of speaks volumes of, like, you're not feeling super comfortable with Chamber's util. Like, the Headhunter is arguably, like, maybe not as great anymore because of its changes, but still that first 2 shots are really accurate. It's not too much of a change.
Maybe not feeling confident on the clicking heads.
Mm-hmm.
Which looks like a weakness that Boise State is currently exploiting. Up 2 to Loyola's nothing. We kind of see the fight going down. Sky's getting taken down from the high ground, but they will take out Hamzy with them. We see J-Bag go down to Gilly. Trade for trade. We are now 3 versus 3. This is anybody's game right now as Daimyo is going to go ahead and initiate and plant that spike.
Cyberhounds did...
Ooh, JPF is right there.
Did full by here in Daimyo. Wow. The Jiggle Peak's going to get the timing on it.
Ooh,
Bye.
1v2. That's not looking good. And they're just going to go ahead and get all damn. That is Loyola winning their first round, round 3. And with 2 members still alive, that actually turns their eco pretty well in their favor.
Yeah, you know, sort of, you know, in this case, it's sort of they're working with their round 1 weapons, right, and their round 2 weapons. So it's sort of you're willing to give that up. You're willing to give up. Getting 3 is actually really good. Getting 3 and getting Spike down is really beneficial to your case because that does hurt their ego in and of itself as well. So it's a loss, but it's not that big of a loss. You can accept it and it'd be fine.
Oh, right, yeah. Boise State is still, you know, up a couple. I mean, we still got the time. But this turned into they're not giving Boise State the opportunity to completely snowball.
Yeah, no, now it definitely doesn't turn into, which I think, you know, Loyola is proven to be a little bit stronger of a team.
Ooh,
that trade, though, with the knives.
So we see the trade. We are currently 4-on-4, 1-2. Boise State currently up 1. We see the little bot come out. I believe that was a Prowler as well. Daimyo peeking around that corner, looking for somebody to land their ability onto. As Spirit is going to go down the skies here.
Sky's going to blind smoke through that. One still sitting heaven. JPF looking for anything A-Link. Gilly does find one before getting traded out. The trades are pretty even here. 2-3 here in the favor of Boise State, going down 1 more. JPF's the only one they had left. Fade is going to find JPF. Oh, and there's Skies.
Not looking good for Loyola there. I mean, that round, okay, that was a 1v3, though. You know, I mean, there's only so much you can expect from yourself.
And that was a pretty fast execute on that side as well, securing A long and then getting A short as well. Yeah, they cleared it very fast. There was very little I think they reasonably could have done.
Have you seen the Chamber do anything? Is there anything notable you'd like to highlight?
Not yet, and you know we haven't really seen. This is actually Chamber actually, I think, is using Op this round as well. So definitely for the sake of their eco and. Definitely has to prove something here. It's going to look for a pick mid. Bot isn't going to find him, so they don't know Chambers mid yet. Did recall
Could be
bot.
Dangerous.
There's Sky's getting not getting
Actually,
straight out.
Sky's getting the double
2.
man. We were worried about the Chamber, but Sky's is coming out here. And it looks like that is Boise State up 1. This Chamber's got to make their move now while they still have some teammates to assist them. Ooh.
Breach only have a classic here. Might not be able to do too much.
We see J-Bag planting the spike.
There's Ottoman getting JPF. Esther smokes down. Chamber and the Breach got to work together for this.
Not looking good, especially because I believe J-Bag knows the Spirit is up there. Once again, we see those crosshairs just lined up waiting for somebody to walk into him. He knows. J-Bag knows.
Time is running down for them. They've got to get on this bomb quickly, forcing them to make
there he comes out. Immediately gets taken down.
See that new trip change? There it is. Sky's getting a 4-piece.
What an amazing job, Skies. This is Sky's highlight reel right now. These past several rounds, we have Boise State up 3, 4-1. Now, what is that? What does this buy board tell you?
I'm looking at Skies at 12-2 right there. That's pretty impressive. But and this is where I have yet to see the side rounds and that sort of do anything majorly contested besides that. I think it was third round. And that was B site where they kind of got crunched there. This A site they've really been dominating on. And we actually do see a 3-stack here. Looking for something with the breach combo. Isn't going to find anything. I almost push it up. Looking to ult B site. There it is. Ooh, and Hamsies has an op. That's 2 ops around back to back.
Trying to see what they can do here. Daimyo's on the hunt. They might run into looks like a candy cane that they're pushing. No, they're not even going to get there first. Bai is going to take them out right as soon as they peek that corner. Skies is now on site. Going to launch a grenade, kind of pop up, see what they're doing.
Ooh.
Be taken out. That is a flawless victory for Loyola.
That was flawless. Did catch Hamzy with the op pick. Definitely forced Boise State to reconsider whether they want to keep pushing into B. They did commit the KJ ult. So that's a little hurtful to lose that this round, but nevertheless, there's not much you can do about it. That op does prove pretty deadly, and then that also losing your initiator on the side as well is sort of sucky as well.
Definitely. So what position do you think that puts Loyola in to maybe kind of stop the Boise State lead?
Gives them confidence, and we just already see Skies.
Need it.
Oh, it doesn't catch anything. Doesn't get damage off. Does get a pretty good amount of damage. But now there's a lot of attention towards Garage. Fade ult's going to be committed. Raise nades are going to stop any push out of Garage. Not for too much longer. Sky's nades are committed as well.
We see all damage. J-Bag going to get some eliminations. That is Boise State now up 2. This guy's going to use your next utility ability, kind of tilting around that corner. JPF is going down. Man, the members of Loyola are dropping like flies. That is last hero standing. It looks like it's Spirit again. They will get Daimyo, but that is 1 versus 4. I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
Oh.
Right as I say that, they get an elimination on Boise State. That is 1v3, and they will finally get taken down. But Spirit, what a noble effort.
That's exactly what Daimyo's got to do in that situation of just holding down Garage is sort of a spot you're sort of like, I'm one and done here. Like, this is, I get the 1 kill, and I move on from this point. But being able to hold on to get 2 more before being traded out, that's exactly what kills your momentum as a team. And I think if there's anything that needs to be immediately resolved is sort of, that. I think losing those fights and not getting a proper trade out or a refrag is what kills your momentum so much as a team and morale.
So do you think Boise State's momentum has kind of been hurt really bad here?
Yeah, especially or not Boise State's momentum. I think Loyola that won that round back and then losing this one, they're probably forcing by. I didn't see what their eco was like, but they're probably forcing a little bit here. So if they lose this round, then yes, they're in a pretty dangerous situation.
J-Bag's going to get that spike planted down early.
Your Sky is getting by. Looking for an entry on a side. Rebound is going to save J-Bag there.
Skies is going to go ahead and take down JPF. We see Hamzy getting some eliminations in there. That is Boise State. They lost 2 members, but, I mean, they're up 4. So they're pretty comfortable with that.
Yeah, and I like to see the eco after these replays, what it's looking like. Losing that right there to Sky is also pretty big. That's a really good pick, and J-Bag not dying to that fade. There's these small clutch moments that Boise State's really proven up to. These small things are what matter in the round ultimately, and they're doing all the little things right. So I think that's what's making them a rather dominant team in this map right now.
Where we're coming to 2 undefeated teams, it comes down to the micro plays because both of them are getting the macro. I mean, like, pretty correct. We're rotating as a team, trying to use utility correctly, things like that. It just comes down to little micros like living.
Leola being really aggressive out mid. Looking to do something here. Boise State's going to find that site is really open.
Ooh, Boise State's got what looks like almost all 5 members on that site and defending, and J-Bag is going to go ahead and plant that spike, and Leola doesn't have a way in right now, especially as Spirit and Gilly go down, but Hamzy and JPF are going to get some eliminations, but immediately get taken down themselves by J-Bag with that cross angle. As the last member standing of Leola, what do you think Bai should do?
Just try your hardest, get anything you can. Does find Damio, but isn't going to get anything from it.
I'm sure that was their hardest.
Yeah, there's not much you can do
Walking
with
into the 2 people.
Yeah, Sheriff, 2 people sitting on site crouching.
Yup.
This spray transfer by J-Bag is also really good. I mean, just fragging out that way is how when you're going 1 to 2 every round. And already, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's Leola pulling their first time out of the bag for this half, and I think that's the proper move to do. Ice out Boise State a little bit, get back, regroup, see what initially is going wrong.
Do you really think that Boise State's going to be iced out in 50 seconds?
Probably not, but you're sort of you're hoping it's something. You're hoping there's some change in it. But I think ultimately, I think this this Valorant team is relaxed. They're comfortable. They're not stressing right now. So this timeout is more or less not going to do anything to them. But yeah, it's more or less.
Chug some Red Bull.
Yeah, yeah, that might help a little bit, maybe, only a little bit.
So what do you think strategy-wise they might be talking about kind of readjusting?
Boise State seems to be hitting A-site really hard, so I'd wonder if they're going to change anything about that, of whether they start coordinating a lot of those moves a lot more. And they seem to be losing a lot of fights off the bat. Like, right out the gate, they seem to be losing a lot of fights. So I wonder if that's a round thing they'll change of, hey, let's try for 1 round. Let's play a little more passively. Let's play some angles that we know we can set up, or play inside of smokes that are set by Astra and comboing these things. You know, your Astra and Breach can play really well with your duelist, and I don't think they're initially utilizing that too much. Like, right at the bat, the Chamber being really aggressive here. If he dies, this sets up Boise State really perfectly to just lead in with a lot of confidence.
We're going to see what Hamzy... Ooh, Hamzy's getting that element. The trade.
Does get traded.
You think it was worth it?
You give up a lot of C-site, so probably not in this case. If there was somebody else playing with them, maybe. But from this point on, you know, yeah, they're just playing full retake. There's nothing else you can do against that rocket.
So it looks like Boise State is up 1 and up 5 rounds overall, 2-7. Leola's looking for their way in. They've got some smokes. We see Gilly commit the ultimate there going in. That'll put a wrench in Boise State's plan as members start bursting through the smoke. Gilly gets Rihanna. Skies is going to get by. JPF is going to get Skies, and Aldim's going to go down as well. J-Bag, last man standing, is going to get taken out by a very aggressive push by Leola.
That was really good by the Fades part of that Fatal and that eye that immediately followed up. Had them deafened. They couldn't see that and they couldn't hear it. So it definitely gave Leola the entry frag they needed, and that's a perfect little site retake they executed on C. So in this case, yes, the Chamber trading out perfectly worked for them. But
perfectly worked for them.
If they would have lost that round, then I would have changed my mind.
Great.
It's all about perspective.
It's all about whether or not they win the round.
If you do something that's weird and objectively not smart, if you lose, then people will blame you for it. But if you win, you can say, hey, I was the reason why I won that round.
Objectively not smart. Gotcha. It looks like
gotta cover my tracks.
We're trying to go right in. Bai is going to take out Skies. That's, objectively not good for Boise State here, down 1.
I would objectively agree with you. Still a lot of pressure towards C-site. Doing a little bit of rotation here as Diamond's going to get a little bit of info into Garage, find nothing there. Might find a little bit of rotate here as his Fade's still sitting A-Link. Is going to find something. Does have a pretty good angle. Not going to find anything. They might not be expecting this, and the jump peek isn't going to catch it. Oh!
Gilly got the double kill. Oh, my gosh. Gilly just sat and waited on those boxes like, I know somebody's going to come through here. And 2 members of Boise State versus 5. This is looking like a GG go next round.
Oh, the blind doesn't find anything, but Rihanna?
2 versus 4, slightly more winnable than 2v5.
Looking to back off of A side as well. Might be a little bit too predictable here. The Omen with, look for a little bit of a, getting some info on C. Commits to it. Wow.
No. Now, final member here for Boise State. Daimyo, we're going to see what they can do.
Race situation.
They've taken down 1.
You got to cover about 5 different angles.
Taking down 2.
Get 1. Got to get the spike down quickly, though. The 2 rotate for Garage. They might find him.
Not quite.
Does have ult here.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Daimyo's going to go down. So, because they lost the round, by your logic, that Omen ult was objectively not smart.
Yes, I genuinely was surprised, though, by that Omen ult. I thought it would have been an info grab to see if C site's clear, but I think sort of just like this thought. Actually, was that a Chamber committed the ulti there? Wow.
Interesting. A couple of maybe objectively not smart ultimates committed.
We're not going to let it go, are we now?
Of course not.
That was almost a close refrag by Daimyo, but
oh my gosh, Daimyo did so much work there.
Yeah,
Love to see it. It was just so sad. They came in just 5 little down to 2.
See, and actually we see how Chamber is going to play a little bit more here with that single anchor to hold down here. Do have a 4-stack A here. He's going to be caught up. Boombot and Prowler are going to be committed. Find a little bit info. Bai is sitting in the smoke, not exactly in it, but waiting for somebody to pop out. Is going to be traded.
Yep,
they now know. They now know, though.
Oh, that's trading. J-Bag's going to get the trade immediately after Bai does as well. Bai doesn't get that for free. So now we're 3-on-3. An ultimate available for Boise State.
If there was a team comp that I was going to pick to do a site retake, it would be these 3 characters to do it. So Loyola has probably the best chance they got right now to sort of retake this site. And it all depends on, does Fade have I? And I think Fade should, but Boise State's kind of predicting it right now. And Astra's going to throw down a couple stars. They now know they're ready for retake. Spirit's going to pick 1.
3-on-2. Boise State's now on the back foot here as we kind of get into the fight. Prowler's committed. Rihanna 2v2. This is an even playing field. Now it's in Boise State's favor here as Astra is the last hero standing. Rihanna's hunting him down with J-Bag. J-Bag's going to go down to JPF. We're going to see, this is the 1v1 we've been looking for. The defuse comes out. We do see that orb as well, that smoke. Rihanna knows he's there. They take him out. Fantastic job for Boise State. Rihanna coming out of that with a triple kill. But going down to the spike.
And switching sides as well, getting that last round.
4-8.
Making it 4-8. No 9-3 curse here, but, they're only 4 rounds off. It's not inconceivable for Loyola to come back here, especially attacking-wise. They could be a much better attacking team than they are a defensive team. But that one way by Rihanna was very perfectly played out. And that getting that last 3-piece is what helps Boise State be such a dominant team. When you have strong individuals, you make a really strong team.
So we see JPF take down J-Bag there just on the spike. And then Rihanna knows exactly where they're at. Just kind of like going to prowl on in there. We see a couple shots. Shot here in a second, just generally into the smoke. And then goes a little bit more to the right. Takes him out. Secures the round.
2 in Garage here. Really trying to secure Garage control here. As Loyola's just sitting back, looking for any bit of info or pick they're looking for.
They got cars to house in that garage.
They do got no cars. Unless they find something here. They are going to find 1. Are they aware of the second, though, that I might find? Sky's getting 1, though. Will Chamber
takes them in as they push.
Also push this?
Hamzy can't see to push.
Hamzy could get a lucky. Is going to opt out not to do it. Does have the anchor down here. So has to be aware of that. If Boise State's able to destroy it, that's it. They are going to Prowler, not find anything. Ooh, that timing there. just as Leola's rotating over back to A. Ottoman's on A site, looking to anchor this down. Is going to find out this proximity here. This Nanoswarm is prepared to slow down. They now know. Boise State's begin the rotation, getting a lot of chip damage.
Ultimate's going to
It's
take
going to
out
secure it
Spirit.
anyway.
That is 4-on-2. This is looking like perhaps a Boise State round 4-on-1. Good luck, Astra.
Especially on 2 HP. Yeah, definitely going to say, but
1
Daimyo
HP.
might not let this last. Oh, no.
1 HP gets an elimination. The person's a legend. Doesn't matter.
Going for
Doesn't
the
matter if they get the
spike?
spike down. I mean, they did their job. They got an elimination on 1 HP.
Yeah, I guess that's better than dying on 1 HP.
No dishonor on Astra.
No dishonor here.
So this is when they found him out, and then immediately Skies took out the person going into Garage, and then Aldim got some trades. We see Daimyo take out Hamzy. Man, the kills are just coming in faster than I can talk about them.
And that's actually really, really important. I want to bring up there is that KJ play that was present during that, because that was so big, and that's what other Sentinels bring to the table as well, right? We're much like to the opposite of Leola. They're trying out something different, and KJ is able to hold down that site the entire round and sticks to it, stays committed, and is probably the reason slowed down Leola a lot.
Hard to push when there's a turret shooting you. Looks like J-Bag and Skies are going to get some eliminations. Hamzy's going to get one for themselves, but immediately get taken out. And Rihanna's going to come out with a double kill of themselves. J-Bag is immediately going to defuse, and that Boise State's going to go ahead and take that round, putting us 4-10.
I imagine Boise State's team is feeling very confident and very relaxed going forward as well. They've definitely been able to hold their own.
100%. We see the Astra go up, shoot some stars down, and then we see the approach through Garage with Boise State. Now some elimination should be coming out here. J-Bag, we see it. Skies, we see it. Hamzy gets the one, made an attempt, immediately trades out though, and then Rihanna finishing it up with the double kill.
The breach utility was very important for that site. I mean, that was also a key play in that site of purely just how the breach played that is the reason why 4 of those frags. Wow, Skies.
Bye, Sky.
Commits to that and gets absolutely punished for it. But now they have a lot of info that they're there. Paranoia gets committed as
Love
well.
that weapon charm. I really love that weapon charm. The penguin hanging on the string.
Weapon charms are essential to this game.
Of course. We see J-Bag kind of prowling around site, seeing what they can see. So far, they haven't found anything to shoot at just yet, and neither is Hamzy, holding their angle, kind of thinking about walking in there, but is not going to just yet. We see Spirit walking around, though.
Only Daimyo holding does get smoked off. There's a little bit of information here. A lineup, possibly? Is that what Daimyo's looking for? I think so. I think there actually is a fade lineup here for an eye. That is really nasty. That's committed. Finds one. Is going to be the one person can't shoot at there.
Bye's so weak, they almost look full there as Rihanna's going to take down Hamzy, putting us 4-4, but that's a little bit deceptive because Bye can't really take any more hits here for Leola, so it's almost 4v3. Ooh, now it is 4v2 the other way. Man, Leola's just really coming alive. The final member of Boise State is cornered, and on 5 HP, J-Bag is going to go down. Not a whole lot you can do there.
That was a better site take by them, and especially only having one on A as well. They probably were expecting more of a KJ to be present, like it was a couple rounds ago, but they played that really well. And, the trades out here and Gilly's trade here, this frag out in Rihanna really kind of hurts.
Definitely.
Just not able to find it, and then JPF just getting the dink on Alderman. Daimyo trying to get the stick, doesn't find it. Gets utiled out of it. And
it felt like as soon as they got to site, things went south for Boise State there.
Yep. Which might be the key to stopping this team, is preventing them from get site hold in and of itself. Because they do have the agent set up to be very annoying post plant with the Astra and breach.
So we see the turret go down. It looks like Aldim's just doing what they do best, anchoring point C. Ooh. Rihanna's going to take out Bye. That's a good frag in Boise State's favor here.
In that 4v5 favor, still a lot of mid control Rihanna puts a smoke out A.
Ooh.
Oh!
We didn't even see where that came from. Aldim and Rihanna are going to go ahead and get taken out.
Ooh.
We see Rihanna shooting through the smoke, getting elimination after elimination. Doesn't even know where they are. Is just kind of spraying and praying there as Hamzy is going to sneak around those bullets and live to fight another day.
Layola's getting flanked here. A little bit of pinch on both sides. So carrying out Garage. Look at a push into defender spawn. Gilly's going to pick up Skies. They now know Rihanna playing fast here. Might get 2.
Ooh.
Gets traded out.
1-on-1.
Oh,
my
no.
gosh. Layola turned it around. They were down several members, and then Gilly's going to turn it into the 1v1 and then won the 1v1. Then it's now 6 and 10. The gap is 4. I mean, this is about as big a gap as Layola is letting Boise State have right now.
Yeah.
It tends to be around 4 rounds before Layola starts kind of like picking it up and saying, no, you're not going to diff me that hard.
Yep. And definitely turning this was a frag all the way on the part of Rihanna's end. Like picking up 3 here by sitting Garage. You know, team definitely should have lost that time and definitely a little salty on it, but you just got to pack it up as things happen, and you know, sometimes the spray gods just aren't in your favor. Damien getting naded out. Picks up 1 though. Surviving on 5.
Getting the second peek him spirit.
1 more. Oh, man.
Not going to be able to get the third, but, you know, got the 2 before they ended up getting taken out. So this is now 2v4. We see the ultimate committed. Spirit's kind of looking around trying to initiate that spite while Gilly is covering them. I think they know Skies is coming from up above. Now they definitely do.
Grab is going to find Skies. They don't have a raise nade to combo with it. Spike is down with only 2 there. Gilly is going to pick up 1 though. Adam's going to trade it out, though.
3-on-1. We're just trying to find spirits.
Oh.
You know what? Worth.
Yep. And that's a really big ego frag as well for Boise State as well, especially on the side of Daimyo as well. Just picking up 2 after being, you know, sticking it out, realizing, well, I have nowhere to go. These nades are either going to A, kill me, or B, I'm going to go down with somebody. So
take somebody down with me seems to be the superior option there to me.
Did better than that. Took 2 down with them.
Of course. As we go back into the replays here, we kind of see some sneaking around the corner. I think this is just before all the eliminations happened. I loved this. First person peeked him, immediately got taken out. Second person thought they could do it, immediately got taken out. 5 HP, and then the third person with some smoke. They adjusted their strategy a little bit.
There definitely was the calm of like, he's one shot, and then Chamber peeked and, you know, found out he was
bonked.
1 shot instead. Taking Garage control really fast here. KJ has Nanoswarms ready for it. It's going to deter them 1 time as it gets popped out. They do still hold it, though. They're popped again, getting a little more chip damage. Adam's going to pick up 1. Does get naded out of Garage. Almost all of Raze's util being committed to Garage control, but they do have it now. It's now a question of, are they going to be able to hold it? And are they aware of Rihanna holding this off angle? I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to clear Rihanna here. If they do commit to C, they're still kind of looking a little.
Check your right-hand corner. Oh, he definitely has no.
The trigger discipline.
Oh.
Finds 1.
2, 3 maybe?
Now annoyed. Stay alive. Stay alive. You have to stay alive here. Pick up 1.
That's alive. 65 HP is living.
Oh.
Dang it, Rihanna. We saw the trigger discipline and then all the eliminations that came after that. You know what, Rihanna? You were the price, but the price for a 1 round. This is now 6-12. I believe that puts Boise State at match point.
It definitely does. In the best of 3, taking the first map definitely leads you to this sort of the spot to really keep going and just kind of push forward. And this trigger discipline by
Let's Spirit go.
By Rihanna. Yeah, just let Spirits go. Finds it. Gets 1 more after this as well. And sort of just that call out of, you know, making like staying alive here because you're just a nuisance, right? At this point, they know you're behind and they have to deal with this. If you stay alive, you're panicking. Actually, yeah, another Layola timeout. But you're panicking now. If you're in that situation of, oh, I didn't clear them, now two of my teammates died because of it, and I feel like I'm cornered, pinched, I'm backed up against the wall, you become really annoying to deal with. And, you know, nevertheless, Rebound did their job, got the pick on the Astra, got the pick on the Rays. It's beautiful. It's what you love to see.
Spirit walked right past him, and then you know they're kicking themselves for that.
Oh, yeah.
This timeout is just, man. So I think it's safe to say that Boise State could perhaps be winning the mental game. I mean, obviously we're not in the players' heads, but.
Yeah, you can't ever say 100%, especially here. It's more or less speculation and paraphrasing more or less on what we, and also as experienced players ourselves, we also understand what the mentality of going into a competitive format is and what it takes. But I think the Valorant team here on the side of BSU is just relaxed, confident. They're fully thinking they could run it down here and still take the dub.
Should have 6 and 12. Loyola's got a tall order ahead of them if they want to even tie to Boise State, let alone take map 1. We see Boise State kind of setting up. Ooh, is Spy going to walk through? They are, and immediately they're going to get taken out by J-Bag. But they'll take out almost 50 of his HP.
A really good read there as nothing was committed to garage control on the side of BSU, but completely on the crossfire to B. Ends up paying out as well. You really just sort of make this read, and it pays out for him a lot. But now there is a garage control as Rihanna's going to be contesting it, but it's smoked off. But they're timid. They're a little scared to push forward.
And they're
Star's
down
gone.
1. They're down 1 and at match point. So I think that might be contributing a little bit to the timidness here. Hamzy's immediately going to get taken out by Rihanna. They know someone's there and someone's a threat.
Asher still holding on to this A side flank. All 3 of them are now in mid. Got to make a commitment here. Breach is looking over that garage as Rihanna might find a timing here. Asher still holding on to this A side flank. Not letting go of it. J-Bag still holding the same corner had at the beginning. Was good for one.
Buddy.
Not good for one more, though.
Kelly's going to take him down. We do hear some ultimates being committed there. Aldem's kind of sneaking around. Can't see a whole lot here. Ooh, Boise State 3 on 1. Now,
there it
nope,
is.
Boise State's just going to take it, and that is first round. Haven going over to Boise State in our best of 3. But that's not all. This December, Boise State Esports is partnering with the Idaho Central Credit Union and the Idaho Food Bank to host the Giving Games charity tournament. Gamers will compete for glory, but the ultimate winners will be neighbors facing hunger who will receive nutritious food for meals thanks to contestant and spectator support. For every $1 donated, the Idaho Food Bank can provide food for up to 4 meals. For more information on how you can watch and support, go to boisestate.edu/esports/events/giving games 2022. Be sure to check out that link. Check out the event because Giving Games is one of the big charity tournaments that Boise State does. And like I said, $1 for 4 meals. Everybody wins here.
It's a good trade. It's it's the time of giving, right? So get in that spirit, donate a little bit. And, watch some Call of Duty. And there was Smash Tournament that was yesterday as well if you missed that. But you can always go back. You can always watch it. And we'll still take your donations.
Of course. And with that, we're going to go right back to break. But stick around because the quarterfinals are still going. Boise State versus Loyola.
Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
Charm's so good. I'm resisting the urge to buy the Battle Pass.
Visit nationalguard.com to begin your guard adventure.
I'm gonna
Here are a
Sit
couple
on it
lessons I've
for a
learned
while.
over the years.
Think about it.
Friendships come in all shapes and
That's
sizes.
a smart choice. That's
And always buckle up.
See you like the season. See if you like it.
Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Hello and welcome back into the Boise State Esports Arena. We are here for round 2 of the ECAC quarterfinals. Boise State versus Loyola. Both of these teams are undefeated and they can't stay that way. But it's looking like Boise State's going to be the team that'll stay undefeated here tonight. And again, giving games, be sure to tune in on those dates. It looks like our next match will be Bind against these two teams, and we are dealing with live patches, like chamber changes. Most of the roster has been changed. I'm your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway still, and joining us to walk us through some changes and call action is Colin McJunkin.
Yeah, and seeing Bind, I'm gonna miss it. I am gonna miss it. It's a really good map. It's one of the first maps that was in Valorant. I think it was actually the OG map. And it's such a balanced map as well. It really is sort of one of those staples of Valorant and the Valorant community as well at the competitive level. So I think it's really important that it does get rotated out, and along with Breeze as well, which I know is also a very good Boise State map as well. I know Bind and Breeze are sort of good maps, so it's sort of interesting to see Split come back in. I doubt it will be in the competitive rotation. I doubt there will be a lot of teams unless the changes are good. If the changes are good, Riot, you might have yourself a banger map. It's one of my favorites, but I know at the competitive level, at the really high level, it sucks. But if the changes are good, we could see it. But if the changes are bad, then it'll probably just stay at the, hey, we're going to ban Split because it's bad.
At the competitive level, why is Split such a complicated map?
You look at other maps, and we'll take Bind for example. Onto site, there are at least 2 different paths to do it. Right? We take Bind. Both sites have 2 different paths, and while they can be congested, but it's also as easy to get out of those situations as well. You can attack them really fast. You can play for info. You can play for picks. There's all these different things you can do. And a lot of the sites, like B site at Split, it's really congested. You have this one tunnel way that's exposed to really long angles and can be picked off really well. You're just exposed a lot as soon as you peek the corner.
And Doc's keys to the game in Valorant are to focus angles and flank. Know your win condition, count cards / call abilities, and click heads. And Doc's keys to the game, as always, are brought to us by Drop In Gaming. Drop In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. We're going to go straight into the map. What do you think the changes made today will do to affect gameplay on this map?
On this map specifically, not a whole lot. I don't think there's a whole lot. I mean, Sage is decently common on this game, not super common. It's definitely not one of those things if you see a Sage and you go, whoa, why'd you do that? But and Chamber was actually pretty popular on this map, and he was popular on any map. But I'm interested in the same way of if Loyola is still confident enough to bring Chamber into this map, because they're confident enough to bring it into Haven. Chamber is a really dominant Haven. Like, he was a must-pick on that map because of how big it was. So I wonder if they're going to do the same on Bind, which was also a almost must-pick for the Chamber. And, yep, Hamzy's still on that Chamber, and we still have Alderman on that Sentinels role. And actually Rihanna on Viper as well, and not that Omen play. So other than that, and also J-Bag's opting for the Brimstone, but Brimstone's pretty freaking common on this map as well. But having that double controller meta.
Do you think that the Chamber got value first map, and do you think that they will get value this next map?
No, I don't think the Chamber got value that map at all. And I don't know if that's necessarily the Chamber rework or if that was Hamzy. An in-depth analyzation from a more professional, high-level player could probably determine that as well. But I think you have to see a lot more of Chamber as well.
Definitely.
You definitely. I don't want to make any assumptions on like, oh yeah, like Chamber didn't do good that round, so Chamber bad. Or,
Of course not.
So,
yeah, you never want to do that.
Yeah. So I think it's if the more I see Chamber, the more I'm able to speculate of if Chamber's worthwhile. And
Chamber
that's also
in different hands, of
that's
course.
also doing your own research as well. Don't stop playing Chamber. Throw your elo.
So it looks like now we're just waiting. We see that first toss come out. Ooh, JPF's going to take out Skies immediately, but get traded out. That is Bai going to take out J-Bag. So this is Boise State down 1 currently.
Gilly might have a timing. Does get Rihanna. Does get
wow.
Element as well.
1v4. I don't know if you can do the 1v4. They ended up getting by.
Element and J-Bag did get a little bit too greedy there. Didn't clear sight fully. Daimyo's sort of stuck with this 18 health ordeal.
Single hit they're taking out here. But there is a single member on Leola that is also in a similar situation. So my bet is that Daimyo can at least get one.
I think it's very doable for Daimyo, period. Sort of like you get this pick on this guy that's probably going to happen in this next 10 seconds. And then, if you get a really good angle on the Chamber here. Oh! Okay, 3 health.
3 HP.
Now this is really dangerous. Yeah.
Nope, not quite going to get there.
That's a gamble situation you got to take. And, oh, man, one bullet would have done the job. Unfortunately, not able to close it out.
Boise State going to lose round 1. It looks like Leola really wants to turn this around after giving map 1 up to Boise State here.
Having a little bit of connection issues. Resolved it. That's the good thing about video games, You can resolve the issues yourself.
You can resolve the issue yourself, but also you can cause the issue yourself.
Yes. Kick the old PC trick. Grabbing these old torbs, playing around them. Got to grab it long. Not a hard push or anything. There is a lot of hookah control here. Is it going to get smoked off? Skies have not any satchels. So cannot satchel onto sight. And that smoke is not perfect, allowing a little bit. Ooh. Spirit perfectly sprayed, only getting 1 shot, though, while Hamzy gets J-Bag. Oh, and it's going to pick up Skies.
Now we're seeing the Chamber get some value.
Very detrimental. As Daimyo is still sitting long. And Gilly's going to pick up Rihanna. This is looking dangerous situation for Boise State here. Unless some real frag out plays happen.
That's 2 versus 5.
It's highly unlikely, yes. But I believe. I'm a believer.
You believe? I'm glad you believe.
There's Daimyo getting 1.
Daimyo ate that belief and gave you an elimination.
1 turns into 2, turns into 3, 3 turns into 4. Albin peeking up showers. Oh, a little bit of conflict here. Might find the Viper. Oh, it does get taken out. It's in the hands of Daimyo as Daimyo goes down to buy 2-0 in the side of Leola. But Boise State should have enough eco here to buy some.
To turn things around round 3?
To buy some good weapons here. Brimstone does have a shorty. I don't know how to feel about that. Menace moves here.
Menace moves?
Yeah, Menace moves.
What does that mean?
Just being a menace. Moving like a menace,
Moving like a menace?
I would not be surprised if puts down his own smoke and then sits in it waiting for a peek.
Oh dear.
You see a little bit more split side, not as much as it was last round, as it was a default split. A lot of attention being put towards B long with no contest at all. Might find a timing on somebody. Does find it on the brim. That's big. That's one half of their smokes down. That's actually all of it down. Oh, Skies doesn't clear the side and gets taken out.
By Gillian Hamzy, all coming out on site. Feels like that push went south as soon as Boise State got to site. That's a beautiful gun. Looks like Gilly's going to get taken out by J-Bag there, evening up the score 2-2.
Yep, the TP rotate. There is one player waiting for it. The timing does not work out, but are they aware that Bai is sneaking up? I don't think they'll check it. He's actually going to get J-Bag. Oh, my God.
My gosh, not quite there yet. Moving just a hair too slow.
Could get the timing on the plant. Oh,
Oh, turn around, all dim. No. J-Bag, 1v2.
Should be aware now. Does get one. Knows from showers. Does get the ult off.
J-Bag really wants to win this round and turn things around. 29 HP. Can he do it as he rotates through showers, now trying to track down. Ooh, gets it with the clutch.
And that is exactly what Boise State needed to turn things around. That is kind of a momentum swing they needed from J-Bag. Pulling out a little bit of clutch, not only on B site, but also A site.
And we heard the screams in the arena as that final elimination came out and the clutch came up there. We were like, everybody was like, ooh, what a fantastic job. Now Boise State is in this 2-1.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, it's the perfect way to do it. It's just worked out perfectly. And actually, you know, that's what I was going to say. Bai is probably regretting the moves a little bit, because if Bai goes back and look at this and sees the timing,
oh my gosh,
that he had, it's just that's so
There's
unfortunate.
not a whole lot you can do about that either.
No, that's just Valorant timing. Not much you could do about that. A lot of side control pushing in. JP picks up one. Is pushed out of showers, more like died in showers. Rihanna spray through the smoke. Isn't going to find anything. Viper mollies are going down. 2 on the site here as the rest rotate over. Hamzy now rotating off with the brimstone, but it was a fake TP. It seems to look like Boise State's rotating back around for this A push, as Loyola's committing a lot of utility to it as well. By that I mean a Sky Flash. Does not find Bai in showers. Going to commit to the hold. Smokes are down. His plant's going down as well. They do not know Bai's in showers, so sitting there, Bai's at least good for one here.
Oh, there it is. Going to take out Daimyo. Very important. We do see the ultimate committed there. Rihanna's kind of sneaking around in the smoke.
Sorry, the defuse gets one. Looking for the second. Does get the second.
Will they be able to get the third, or is that going to go to a different team member? Rihanna going back into showers. Now the defense. It looks like Boise State's going to go ahead and take that 2-2. Boise State's tied it up.
Yep. Playing for that Molly lineup. There's not much you can do about it. Looking at the replays here real quick. Yeah, just this is really good timing. Just out of it as well. That's exactly what you're looking for. Picks up the one. Skies is unaware, picks up the second, and then the Viper Molly goes down, and Bai goes down really fast with this J-Bag Molly lineup. And, you know, that's exactly why you want to play it. That's exactly how you play it. Boise State evening up 2-2 at the start of this round. Looking like another A hit with a little bit of a split, more like a flank watch from Alderman. 3 on the side of here. They're definitely walking into the strong side of the site. But this Fade ultimate could turn everything around. There's not a whole lot of other ults to follow it up, so it's purely gunplay that they're looking to secure this round with.
We got gunplay.
We do got gunplay. Precise gunplay.
Rihanna just showed us we have precise gunplay. And an approach through the showers right now.
And it definitely, yeah, they definitely didn't take a lot of ground. That lets me know they're very aware of the situation in terms of eco and gun wise. Spirit's looking a little bit on the flank here, might find it. Bai's gonna pick up Skies with the nade. Stim goes out, isn't gonna find anything with it. Once the holding showers, J-Bag picks it up. Mollies go down, a triple swing into showers. Not looking very good for Bai, but Bai does survive it. Oh, they find out the flank. J-Bag not able to find it. Dies before able to get the trade.
J-Bag. We do see the defuse start, so Boise State at least knows
stick
where
it.
Loyola is. Will they be able to get Gilly? Gilly goes down.
No!
Oh.
Oh, and then Hamzy gets the wall bang on the 5 HP Daimyo.
So what happened there? Walk me through that.
That was just the Sky just stuck it, and this Sky has nerves of steel because that's twice the Sky has stuck it and has complete and utter faith in their teammates, and that's just didn't really clear it super well. And Loyola did a really good job of knowing their sort of eco. All right, we don't have the best of weapons, we don't have the best of guns, we don't have the best of armor and util, so let's play super passive. Not a site retake, but we're definitely going to wait for them to come to us. Especially with that Fatal being committed and still catching the double that round. That's really big for their eco and the morale. But Daimyo is going to take revenge really fast. Gets the reload.
Ooh!
Oh.
Not quite going to get that elimination. We see trade for trade 2 to 3 coming out here. Or 2 versus 3, excuse me.
Oh. Now 1v3 here.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Aldim's kind of sneaking around, seeing what they can do with the knife out.
Does have a lot of info here into terms of nobody out long. They do have shower control, so they're kind of determining, all right, they're either come from A short or they're going to come from B hookah. And it's looking like Ottoman's sort of just looking for anything they can find. That's it for the flank. It does have 45 seconds here. So definitely a lot of time to play with. This is not something that Ottoman needs to rush.
Checking every single corner.
Could get a Vandal here, or a Phantom, I think that is on the ground. All right, he's a Guardian.
30 seconds left.
Did give up shower controls here. Ottoman rotating, might be going for the short play here. Chamber's still sitting B long, not going to give that up. Ottoman's got to move a little bit faster. It's only 15 seconds left. Makes the TP on a B. Chamber's aware of it. They're all aware of it. They're going to start making the rotate. The Chamber trip finds Ottoman. Might get contested here. Does get tested and does not find Hamzy's before Hamzy finds him.
And it looks like that is an ace for the side of Loyola. And they're now 4-2. Boise State now might be the time where they want to try to flip things. Do you think they have the eco to do that?
Off the top of my head, from looking just at kind of the screen, okay, yeah. So on the scoreboard, yeah, they definitely have the eco to do it. Are they forcing it a little bit? Yeah, a little bit more than what Loyola is able to do. If Loyola ends up flawlessly winning it, then they're set up perfectly eco-wise. But it's sort of a force on both sides, especially losing 2 as well sort of hurts. But Boise State definitely is in the danger zone. If they lose this round, they're going to have to continue a sort of save force kind of idea. The spray might find a lot of damage. Isn't going to find any damage at all, actually. Really unfortunate for him. More smokes are looking to go down.
Ooh, Daimyo's first blood. Not looking good for Boise State here as we kind of... Looks like we're trying to rotate in there. Aldim checks the corner. Lives with 3 HP. Gonna go ahead and run away. Understandable.
TP rotate. Viper has a lot of shower control. I think Rihanna knows they have a lot of A site here to work with. Probably hearing the Sky rotate, waiting for it.
Oh, Gilly's going to
find one.
Turn that corner and immediately take out Rihanna. Looking for their next victim. Will it be J-Bag? Looks like not quite yet.
I don't think they're aware of the Loyola Viper in here. JPF, I don't think it matters because not able to find anything off the initial peak. They do have they do have J-Bag's ultimate.
Ooh.
Was actually used to smoke Rihanna out. Did work, but didn't find the value. Gilly really low here. Finds Ottoman being low anyway. Sky's the only one left. Here's the defuse. Gets
takes out one. Immediately goes down after. Honestly, though, when you're the last person standing, taking out one is pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely when you put yourself in a situation.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you can do. You can really just being last alive is really, you either clutch it or you don't. There's really no two sides about it, and depending upon the situation, it puts Boise State in a little bit difficult situation, like in between 2 rocks sort of thing.
That was their force round, right?
Yes, that was their force round. That's exactly what it is. They did do damage. They got 3 kills. That's good. That's not bad. They're hurting their eco, but at the same time, their eco's really hurting as well.
Itself, especially after
it's
losing
not
the
the trade you want to take,
Definitely not. Now 5-2.
They might be going for a force as well, unless Ottoman just ended up buying a Spectre. The dog does get destroyed in that smoke. Hamzy and Brimstone still holding this. Hamzy does get traded out, but Spirit's going to pick up 2 more.
J-Bag's got somebody, though. That'll at least hurt Loyola.
Might get a little bit of weapons from it. Neither Boise State players close to each other, so they can't swing or peek or move into team play here. But might just be looking for any kind of lurk pick they can possibly get. The TP rotate is going to be over towards A.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ottoman is going to go down to JPF. And with only a 1 HP, Rihanna.
Living on a dream and a prayer.
Yeah, Rihanna is really good, but, you know.
1 HP.
Clutching this on 1 HP, I'd be very surprised. Yeah.
Nope, couldn't even get out of the way of that.
That was
Immediately tried to,
yeah.
though.
That was really well timed as well. Those nades catching Rihanna's attention and then just the peek off of it. Whether it was intentional or not, it was a good peek. And, you know, Boise State's looking in a lot of danger zone here. We don't quite know what their eco looks like, but I imagine it can't be good.
You're like, I don't know what it looks like. What does that tell you?
They're forcing, again, and there is an up on the stat of Hamzy. And Hamzy's been finding a lot of value on this B long, but he's not holding B long anymore. He's making an accurate read onto play for Hookah. Depending on if they get to pick, sets the tone for the round. It's not going to find it here, but it's still early.
Everybody's trying, kind of looking for each other right now.
Yep. A little bit of a split towards A. A little bit of fake. Is he going to find it? The flash committed through the TP.
No.
They could be aware now that it's a complete B push. They do have 1 more rotate over to reinforce it. Ribiana is not too big of a loss in terms of the site retake. Skies is going to commit. Does find Hamzy in a tunnel vision. Gets 1 more.
Amazing. I don't think they know about that person sneaking up behind him, though.
Are they aware of B-Link? J-Bag might be aware of this. Quite know the dog. A little bit of information. Does find it. Oh.
Ooh, Bai's going to get that double elimination, but it looks like Boise State still, they're going to take this. That is Boise State now 6-4. What do you think that did for their eco? Wasn't a perfect victory, but it's got to have helped, right?
It helped a little bit, yeah. Definitely the 3 other players that did end up dying that round. It hurts. You still force, you still died a lot, but yeah, winning that round and having 2 other players remain sort of lets you play a little more hero rifle with a lot more. But man, that buy ultimate just hurts. Grabbing that 2-piece that easily, it hurts. But taking the round victory is ultimately what matters. In the grand scheme of things.
In the grand scheme of things, we want to win.
JPF does commit Viper's Pit, which actually has changes as well. You cannot stay out of your Viper's Pit for as long, from 15 seconds to 8 seconds. Raising is going to clear out the back of Hookah, but Bai does have the escapability. This guy's the only one contesting for Hookah right now. As J-Bag and Ottoman are pushing through long. A little bit of a split as we see our Viper and Daimyo push off as well. Loyola getting aggressive on this. Spirit does get found. Oh, and the timing. They find it. But here comes the enemy Sky. Is going to peek through their spawn. A little bit of contest. The Molly goes down. So they're going to rotate through A-Link. Spike goes down as Daimyo takes a little bit of damage. But nothing to scoff at.
Ooh, easy JPF go down. Boise State, now is the time to take things back. J-Bag's going to go down to Gilly, but that's 2 members versus 4. It's looking pretty, actually, 2 members versus 3. More and more winnable with every elimination Loyola gets.
Could catch a timing on this. Chamber isn't going to find it. Ooh, Daimyo's going to clean it up, though.
Take down Hansi. 3v1 for Boise State. We really need to take this round. Take it 6-4. Boise State's going to take that.
And then slowly but surely, helping out their eco as long as hurting out Loyola, which, it's those micromanagement things of how you win the round is very important as well. In the grand scheme of things, like I said, winning the round is very important, and it is, but how you win the round and the sort of how you do it and the efficiency to what level you do it at really makes a strong team. And right now, that's what Boise State needs to sort of slowly inch into this game. And winning your 1v1s and your duels is always important, and you expect that from anybody at this level. But, more or less these small things are what I'm looking into it as how this team operates.
And if you're trying to get ahead in eco when you're behind, you need to have like 3 or more members kind of make it through the round. And Boise State is doing that pretty consistently, having members survive. Hamzy and Bai are going to go down. I'll call it early. I think Boise State's going to take this round.
You would be surprised, but I do think Boise State's setting into their slippers a little bit more. They're getting a little more comfortable at this map and understanding how this team rotates. And it is only attack, right? There's a whole other half we got to cover. Spirit gets pushed out of hookah control. It's looking like a B hit. Daimyo might find a lurk pick here. Rebound with a little bit of a lineup. Smokes are going to go down. The Molly might try and slow them down a little bit. It does. Misses it. Gets put in a vulnerable state, and it's going to go down quickly to Skies.
5v2. Boise State just needs to keep as many members alive as they can to have as big of an advantage as they can next round to try to tie things up.
Pop flash through smoke. Finds Sky. There's... Oh, no.
Rihanna, no. Skies is going to go ahead and capitalize on that and take down Gilly. Boise State, 4 members living. Now, almost tying things up. Last round before the swap, what do you think is the big thing to focus on?
Brim's ultimate, and you also have Rihanna's ultimate as well. As long as Fade ultimate as well. But there's also quite a bit on the side of Layla as well. I don't quite remember. I think they gained a lot from losing this round, getting those ult points. But last round, you're going to use the ultimates, right? There's no point to conserve it, so you're just going to use it. And I'm sort of interested. Definitely the J-Bag sort of used his ultimate to sort of smoke out showers before, so I'm interested if they're going to play post plant or not. They actually, so they have the Chamber ult and they do have the Sky ult, so those are big to get information wise. Sky's ult is, and Chambers, if able to frag out here, is always important for the team. But we see another split here: 3 long, 2 in the side of showers, leaving a lot of mid. And Layla is finding out a lot of information. This Ray's pushing up A short.
Cool, Skies, be careful.
Ooh.
Not going to win that 1v1. JPF's going to take him out, but it looks like the remaining member of Boise State knows at least that JPF is there.
Daimyo just sitting on this. Spirit with the judge. Exactly, yeah, I called it. Spirit is sitting in his smoke with the judge. I called it when it was like the 3rd round. Spike is...
I remember.
Spike is down, but this Loyola Rays is sitting here committed to this. Diamond's going to commit the ult.
Ooh, JPF's going to get taken down as well as by. Boise State is finally making their move here. Straight on to point. We do see the smoke go down. Spike initiating. Aldim's going to put that in the ground, and now and put the turret immediately next to it. Now this is Boise State trying to tie things up.
Ooh.
Making Loyola come to them and up 1.
Ooh, there's J-Bag getting
Looking
1.
pretty good. 4 versus 2. Boise State might be able to tie this up here, especially just with the Chamber. I don't think there's a whole lot he can do. I think the goal here is to trade, but more than that might be a tall ask.
Last round, you got to clutch up. It's a clutch kick scenario. It's gonna find J-Bag.
Gonna find J-Bag.
Oh no!
Okay,
Oh,
do you think
no.
J-Bag was just the distraction? Do you
Oh,
think
no.
J-Bag was just the distraction for Rihanna?
No. Oh no. Your morale is destroyed. It's gone. It's a dunzo. I think J-Bag was the perfect distraction. I think that was a masterpiece.
Calculated.
Calculated
death.
If there's a movie to be made, it's a Valorant movie on this scene right here.
Calculated, peeked him, and then immediately the Viper comes up and just assassinates him. Poor Hamzy.
And tie it up nonetheless too. That's just that.
And the round swap.
Yeah, the round swap. So this is sort of, we did see they were a little stronger on the attacking side in terms of Haven. I'm interested to see they were very strong on the defending side up until sort of the last 4 rounds. But I'm interested to see how they're going to execute this on the side of on attack.
Gilly's just inting right in, pressing W. Now, it looks like they haven't been taken out yet. They've made Boise State kind of back off a little bit. Aldim and Bai, each other know that the other is there. They're just waiting for somebody to peek.
Wall goes up, stopping a little bit of the progress. Smokes are going to go down here shortly. We still have Loyola's Viper sitting for a lurk, being any bit of distraction. Doing a good job at it, keeping 2 members over at the A side. Boise State doesn't have a whole lot of info onto where they're attacking right now. Just a whole lot of noise. This raised nade might mark the indication of a commit here. A bit of trade of guns here. Diamond's going to sit this corner looking for a one-and-done position. Raised nade go out, going to clear out the back of sight. Ottoman is going to be forced out. They're aware, and here comes out the rotate and the full push. Hamzy is going to take out Daimyo as well, and then Rihanna.
So we see Spirit planting. Skies is going to take out Gilly. This is 2-4. Boise State not looking very winnable with 1v4. We're going to see what Skies can do. Just kind of holding this corner, waiting for some enemies to appear.
Playing out any level.
I can feel the silent stress at 38 HP.
Also hear the motivational claps from the teammates in the back.
Ooh. Not quite going to be able to get that. That's okay, though. Loyola just barely broke the tie round 1. Boise State can shake this off, go next, tie things back up.
Yeah, it's only the first round of the half. Never really indicate too much off of that. And, the big thing was also Loyola took, 6 rounds really fast. But then they lost 4
just
back.
As many, yeah.
Just as back. So it's definitely a thing of, don't really ever get deterred by the momentum of the game or how it looks now. There's always a chance for hope. And if there's anything, Boise State definitely proved that. And, I think the players also know that more than anything.
We're still feeling good after that sneaky assassination, too, by the way.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, Rihanna, no. Peeked exactly the wrong angle, and they're going to get taken out by Spirit. We see Aldim hasn't found anybody yet. Thinking about where to place their turret. We see Hamzy and Sky pushing together.
A really well-timed nade. Skies with a shorty here, looking for any type of pick.
Ooh,
is going to find it. Sitting at 22 health now.
Ooh, gonna take down Bai as well. And it looks like with that, Boise State is tied up. The spike has been planted, so now it's a game where they got to get to point.
Ottoman sitting up Hookah here, looking for any bit of information can gather. Does have a sheriff here, so definitely is a threat to be dealt with. The announce rooms go out. JPF now knows Ottoman is in Hookah. Got to start making a play for anything.
Ooh! Did the weapon swap immediately, and it looks like that is Spirit with a triple kill. Spirit's really coming alive here these past several rounds.
Oh, yeah.
Boise State now down 2, 8-6.
Attacking Brimstone can be deadly, and you never expect it. Like a ninja in the afternoon.
Yeah, Brimstone's a fantastic ninja.
We have our very own, Rihanna. I'd like to see one more knife pick out of Rihanna before the end of this series.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Make it happen, Rihanna. One more knife kill.
Strong side definitely being over to the sides of B. Loyola keeps committing to this 4B site, 1A site. It's working for them, so I don't see any reason for them to quite change here. Jetbang and Sky is still holding on to long here. As 2 commit, might see Bai commit with the double satchel. It's a quiet dude. They're going to wait for it. 3 now are going to contest long, looking to take any bit of control they can. Ooh, Gilly's going to find Daimyo. Gets taken down. Hamzy taken 2.
Hamzy's popping off. That's going to go on the highlight reel for the night for sure. Things are even 2-2, but that 2-2 might be a little deceptive. Aldim's pretty weak. He didn't see Rihanna, the assassin again. Going to get the double kill immediately, one after the other, a triple kill total. This is Boise State looking to tie things up next round. Only down 1, 8-7.
Rihanna being just like a Viper's hiding in the grass. Finding these picks here. Hamzy's definitely putting on the highlight reel. That was great there. But what we didn't see at that same time was an equal amount of trading coming from Boise State as well.
Definitely.
So
it was 1 for 1.
You look at that clip alone, you're going like, wow, Boise State's down. But then you look at the scoreboard, and, oh, wait, it's 2-2, and Rihanna just took 2 more down. Now Boise State's right back in the running with an 8-7 scoreline. Still the same. Actually, no, not the same split. There's now 5 here. This guy's at the judge. Committing the rocket. Gonna look for a pick. No way. Oh.
Gonna get at least 1 there. This is 3-on-3. Anybody's game right now. We do see the Chamber Ultimate online. You think it's gonna be committed?
Not from Loyola. I think they hold on here. They try and eco it out. Is Gilly's gonna pick up 1 more?
2-on-3.
Putting them in the numbers advantage, and they are not together. They're split here. Both Ottoman and Skies.
All of them's been found. Skies is going in on that triple kill, though. If anybody can do it, Skies can do it with that setup there.
Looking for two more, making a lot of noise here for Ottoman. Hopefully to get 1 more pick here. Setting up the satchel play. Here goes out the
Gilly
nade.
knows he's there.
Ottoman getting 1 more.
Oh! Gilly couldn't even fire! The reaction time. What a fantastic job. And it looks like those final 2 members of Boise State will get that diffused, tying things back up 8-8.
And there's that frag that you need, you know, that numbers advantage. Even while playing separate from each other, they're able to make that impact play, and they really know how to play for time as well. They're really confident with their ability to play as the teammates, play for time, and do exactly what they need. And
timeout.
there comes out another Loyola timeout. You know, that's 3 of their timeouts used in the past 3 games. And Boise State hasn't touched a single one of their timeouts, which really kind of speaks to sort of their adaptability as a team. As 5 strong individuals, they've kind of come from a point of, all right, we've been down several times in this match, in this series.
And
not in this series,
in
the match, and immediately bringing it back. So, you know, I think that's more than cause for worry for Loyola.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They're like, we just tied this thing up again.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah.
Shucks.
You
darn. What are we going to do?
You got to take a moment to slow it down a bit. I think you brought up a really good point the last time they used the timeout. I don't think it's really for the point to ice out Boise State. Probably more now than anything in this situation. Can Boise State be iced out because it's an 8-8, because it's sort of high-tension situation?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so, especially not in the duration of a timeout. I think Boise State definitely, like, the coals are kind of red hot, and this timeout feels like maybe like a water bottle on the fire at best.
Water still in the plastic bottle?
Like, it just feels like it's not going to be enough to ice out Boise State.
Yeah. So more of a timeout for their sake as well, which actually makes sense because they're finally switching up the strategy. They're finally attacking 4-A now. Their chamber has a split. Isn't it? We're fighting with a rocket. Got to use it before you die to the turret here. Oh no!
Really vulnerable at 18 HP. Going to immediately get taken out. Finished up by Rihanna. This is 4-5 in Boise State's favor. Aldim's going to get that. It looks like J-Bag's going to get the elimination on the Gilly, though. Rihanna was the price, putting us now at 4-2, trying to break this tie.
The Viper is extremely low here, but Chamber does have the ultimate here. Wasn't able to find any success over on B site. They do have Spike, so it's Loyola's move here. They've got to do something here.
I think if Boise State can live with 4 members, I think Boise State can take this round.
Oh, no. Looking for spray play, gets 2, JPF.
Wow. Fantastic job. Even if Boise State wins this, their eco might be hurting a little bit. Somebody's got to find that Viper out, and it looks like they will. Boise State breaking the tie, 9-8 in Boise State's favor. Now it's not as much of an eco advantage as we like. What's the path to victory for Boise State look like right now?
Obviously, you know, the obvious answer is sort of a complete shutdown. And I think it is sort of this management of these micro plays as well. I actually see Ottoman only with the classic there. Oh, there it is. There it is. The Phantom. And we are making a little bit of a misread here, but Ottoman also is our solo Sentinel, who is also proving to be very deadly. So I think if we manage to keep up this sort of momentum of slowing them down, making them hesitate, we can control a lot of the pace of the game. And that's exactly what you want on a defensive side of things. But being really aggressive at this Viper Smoke, a little bit of timing here might find Hamzy. Is actually not. I think the Seekers were actually committed. Seekers were committed, so they know A site's a little weak as Spike goes down.
Ooh. J-Bag not looking very weak, though, getting that elimination straight out onto Gilly. This is Boise State setting up 5-1.
Ooh.
Ooh, we see the ultimate committed.
The counter ult is going to destroy that lockdown. I mean, that pressure's gone. Daimyo finishing up Hamzy, and Sky's getting the flank on a buy. They now know one of the last is in U-Haul.
Oh. 5-2, honestly, pretty good that JPF even managed to get the trade. It looks like J-Bag's going to at least get the first little bit of the defuse and then leave the rest for their teammates there, kind of spreading out the ego, sharing the love. 8-10. With that gap of 2, if Boise State keeps up this winning streak, they can just take round 2 and take the quarterfinals.
And that's exactly, you know, the timeout almost seemed to hurt them a little bit more. But, yeah, I mean, they play this perfectly. Even with the lockdown being countered, the picks, the individual duels, the 1v1s are just working out for them. They are winning them, and they're winning them spectacularly. And unless, you know, it's easy to say, it's really easy to say, like, oh, win your 1v1s. But
win your 1v1s, forehead.
Yeah,
I mean,
we all know that's not the case.
Of course not.
You know, and, you know, quite honestly, a lot of the times it's a reset or sort of a perseverance or finding these cheeky little strategies. If your aim's not feeling good, you got to find something else to compensate for it.
Oh, they know Daimyo's there. Daimyo wisely going to back off a little bit. Knows they're 2v1, I think.
Oh, does find Bai at that grab. 15 seconds until I here. If they play slow here, Daimyo's going to get an advantage on this and find out that 2 of them are hookah. They're not able to find any angle here. 3 of them still fighting for long control. Viper's ult does hold a lot of control here, so they don't really need to worry about being snuck up on. Dog is going to be committed. Bai is out onto site here. Seems like a full commit onto B. They now know.
Ooh, Daimyo's been flashed.
Oh, no.
We see Rurion and Spirit immediately trade for each other. J-Bag is going to go down to JPF. Aldim's going to take down JPF for him, though. This is setting us 3-3. Teams know where we're at. And now the fight's kind of truly beginning here on B point, in between B and C.
Oh!
Gilly's going to get taken down by Skies. This is 2v2. Hamzy is sitting at half. And Aldim's trying to sneak up on Bai there. Ooh, they might not even need to sneak up because Bai is gone. Now somebody's just trying to find Hamzy. Oh, teleport bait.
That trick will...
Baiting them into think he's teleport? No. Not quite. Yep. Looks like 8 and 11. Boise State kind of feels like we're entering the home stretch here. It feels like Boise State has hit their stride. They have the eco advantage. Do you think they'll be able to take these next couple rounds home, or do you think they'll have to give up 1 or 2?
I think they'll be able to shut this down. I think their momentum is definitely swinging in their favor, and I'm actually really curious about this. I wonder if Chambers' trick works, because the idea behind that, and actually I don't know if Chambers is actually able to do this. I think he was. Is you TP, and then at the same time you activate your anchor TP back, so they think you TP'd back A, but realistically you didn't. But, you know, them being that close, they probably would have heard your second audio cue. So it probably wouldn't have worked, but nevertheless, Riviana is being really aggressive.
Ooh, it's working out, winning the Battle of the Vipers there with 88 HP to spare. Not too shabby.
And there's that wide swing that's so deadly for a lot of players that aren't able to readjust aim or also counter strafe as well. But Gilly's going to get the refrag back, making it out even.
Loyola's really kind of fighting for it here. You can, like, feel the pressure, feel the tension. Everybody's kind of waiting to see where the enemy's going to poke out. Not a whole lot of information here to be had for either team.
Set up this crossfire. Hookah might end up paying out for them as well. Oh, the flash.
We see the flash come out. We see some nades. Daimyo still holding strong with Sky. Oh, Daimyo's going to peek first, get taken out, as well as Skies. But Skies is going to be able to take out Gilly, so Boise State only down 1. Killjoy and Viper, do you think that's enough to kind of retake this point?
Definitely, and with no ults working out here so far, the smokes are down. Does make their job a little bit more difficult. No ults on the side of Loyola to work off of as well. They're playing a lot of post-plant here. They've just got to win these 1v1s. When they take these angles, they've got to win these 1v1s if they want this chance. But Loyola seems to be bunching up, at least on the side of long. goes out.
Ooh.
Rihanna does go down. It might be looking like it takes another round here. Jump peek. Here comes out the nades. Not able to find one.
Not quite. And it looks like now 9-11. Boise State still has a margin to win by if we win these next 2 rounds, but Loyola is not going down without a fight. What do you think about the eco right now?
In terms of right now, I think, I'm not quite super sure. I can't see in its way up there, but it's mainly just, full eco, full round. It really is just kind of determined now at this point, this late in the game. I think most teams are going to be able to keep their eco, and you're not really in the danger of being out-ecoed anymore. It's more or less now, how does your ultimate eco look, which is on the side of in favor of Loyola, and also, just overall site execution and who's going to get the valuable read out of it. And it's looking like Boise State's not making the proper read, but they might be able to pressure this Viper enough to get an early pick.
Oh, no. Boise State down 9-11, not the position you want to be in as Daimyo's checking their corners. No, not quite going to find JPF. That is Boise State now down 2. JPF's just going to take the whole team out, it feels like. JPF carry, question mark?
That's such a big upset on the side of on the side of JPF. That's just so morally demeaning to the team as well.
And especially Boise State not being able to take out any of Loyola's members.
Yes. No, yeah.
That actually might turn things around in terms of eco, because we saw Boise State couldn't do a full buy, but Loyola could.
Yep.
And with Boise State, if they all 5 members wipe, but all 5 members of Loyola stay alive, that's not very good late game.
Yeah, that's not one to your favor. Might be able to pick up one here.
Gilly,
Here's
Gilly
Gilly.
doesn't know.
Ooh, does get it.
J-Bag's going to take him out. That helps a little bit.
So, yeah, they didn't get 5, which is good. They didn't get 5, and neither did they keep 5 alive here. So kind of sticking with it. Their momentum definitely swings. JPF fragging out that round is really
huge.
important to them. Really important. And here's just such a bad timing. I mean, Daimyo sees it out of the corner, but that's just sort of
goes
hindsight.
to flip back, but
yeah.
couldn't. And immediately JPF takes out everybody else. Man, JPF just kind of snuck down. And then at that point, J-Bag is like, I'm going to make it hard for you guys. And they set off and made Gilly come to them. Did what they could. Got an elimination, 1v5.
They're actually doing a little bit more of a default split here, which you haven't seen them do yet. They leave Spike in mid, and they're sort of just splitting down, trying to get info or pick. Mainly a pick is what you're sort of looking for here, and to try and get any type of out frag to sort of clean it up, put up a site. It gives you time to sort of determine, hey, what site do we want to hit, especially with Boise State making the read on B, which has been their more used site. It's definitely the more sort of predictable pick you might make for them. But Spike is heading towards A. Sky's going to find one. The nades go out. It's going to save a little bit of health. But Spirit's going to take out Daimyo.
Trade. Looks like Rihanna's going to get Hamzy and Sky's going to get JPF. This is Boise State 4-3 as Gilly's going to try to plant that spike.
They're going to prevent it. J-Bag's going to get Gilly.
Ooh, 4-2.
And they do have Spike.
In Boise State's favor. Oh, we see by in that corner. Aldim's exchanging shots. Aldim is weaker than Bai, though. Oh.
This is last player. This is the exact situation they want. And Rihanna making
that
up for that last round to JPF is going to pick out a 3-piece himself, putting us in match point territory, which is exactly what you want for this kind of situation. Right as you think the momentum's not in your favor, this really big kind of just like Brim ultimate just flips it. It just kind of turns it exactly in their favor. They have spike control, and just one by one they start getting these brilliant picks, and now all of a sudden they're looking for a situation and taking the win and ended it out tonight.
Both teams are looking for each other. Loyola knows they need to do something. But if Loyola can win this round, they can turn it around and possibly take this from Boise State and take us to map 3. Boise State, Sky says we're going to end it here and takes down JPF. Kind of putting a little bit of a damper on Loyola's plans. Oh, Bai and Spirit holding up there.
They know
I think
it's
All Dim knows that they're there.
Even though J-Bag high in the smoke is going to get sprayed.
Ooh.
Doesn't take any damage from it. Looking for a timing here. Has 2 here. Could be dangerous to take this. They're not going to take it. Spike is going down. Rebound gets 1. Spike is not down. They have
3
to
on
reset
3.
this. Oh, no.
1v3. We're going to find out if Skies can do it here. Now, if Boise State gives up this round, they're still at match point.
Who had an op? Who committed the op?
But they can't afford to lose another round after this. And Skies is, make sure you check your corner, Skies. Oh, Bai just got the draw faster, and they're going to end up getting that quad kill. What a fantastic job there.
Yeah, this definitely is.
Still match point, though.
This is definitely looking like Loyola's stronger map. And they keep doing this same split of the Viper sitting back looking for any type of frag for somebody rotating out of showers or from short. And they've been doing it for the past 3 rounds. They've only defaulted once, and they've only hit A, I think, maybe 3 or 4 times. So it's definitely a little more predictable now. And I think in this sense of we're in 11-12, we're in a situation of we either tie it or we win it. I think it's something of you gamble a site, and you just look for the overall outfrag, which actually we're wrong. I made the read wrong myself. They switch over to a heavy default on A side. Looking for any type of pick, any type of information. Loyola does have 2 ults of themselves to use, including Viper's Pit. But we also have Showstopper, Lockdown, and Fatal as well.
Boise State definitely has the ultimate advantage. And because this could potentially be last round, we expect those all to be committed. Just waiting for the right opportunity.
Ooh, that eye not finding anybody's going to commit Daimyo off the site. As Spike is towards this site. As we head over to Showers here. But Showers is controlled by Viper's Pit here. They're definitely taking their time. With 35-ish seconds left, they've got to start making their way forward unless they plan to hit the site fast.
30 seconds left.
Definitely contesting the Viper's
Spirit's
Pit.
thinking about it.
Spirit's thinking about it. And they hear the rotate over. Yep, they're fighting. They're going to fight the...
Oh, Skies
what?
goes down first. But immediately gets taken out. Daimyo, lots of trades coming out. I almost can't keep it straight. That is Boise State 2-3. Down 1. The Viper in the Viper's Pit has been taken out. Oh, but immediately Chamber gets taken out. 1v2, 1v1. Who's the better Brim? Is it J-Bag or Spirit? Oh, it looks like this round it's Spirit. Now 12-12.
Oh, man, that was such just a close round, bringing it down to this 1v1. I did notice just as I believe, yeah, it's Alderman. Alderman's not able to kill the Spike carrier fast enough. If that kill would have happened like 1.5 seconds faster, Spike doesn't go down. Boise State wins the round, but luck of the draw, they get the Spike down, and man, it just works out in their favor. And now you're pushing to overtime, and now it's more about endurance level. If you've gone 24 rounds, how fast can you close it out? And these teams have gone blow for blow for the past...
For the past map.
Yeah, for the past map, they've been going blow for blow so far. So definitely it's who can find the better of each other on these swaps. Prowler's going to be committed. Does find 1. They know a little bit of info there. Somebody's still sticking around the Showers. They're actually doing a default themselves as well, with Skies pretty deep into Hookah. Dam's going to rotate over, going to grab Spike. Looking like a B hit here as they're going to push from it from long. Skies still not able to find anything, as B is definitely the weak side of the rotation. However, it looks like a lot of activities are going to reinforce B site with 1 more, or it looks like it's swap of characters. Of agents, I mean.
Oh, the teams have kind of found each other. We see Daimyo doing a lot of spraying in here on B site. The Spike is going to be initiated and maybe planted. Hamzy just laying in through that smoke. See kind of Fox come out. No eliminations just yet for either side. Ooh, right as I say that, Gilly's going to get one, but Daimyo's going to get two. That's one more, putting Boise State up one. Ooh, now 4-1. Chamber last agent standing here. Hamzy, we're going to see what he can do as the remaining three try to kind of collapse onto the solo chamber. Ooh.
Yep. That Chamber's definitely got to take that, especially with the Molly lineup. Chambers definitely got to take the more aggressive approach there, and unfortunately peaks the one side that has two people. And, you know, Chamber definitely, you know, hasn't been the outright fragging character, but you got to take a chance here, and that's exactly what Boise State's doing with the stack B. That's exactly what I would do, honestly. I'd honestly make this call of, you know, holding B side, and especially committing your Sentinel as well to this. They're really predicting a lot of this B side hit, and they're pretty right on the mark with this. As long as the hook can contest as well. Fly from Loyola going to push Daimyo out. Also going to push out long control as well. Definitely going to be hit as both Skies and Rihanna are pushing from showers. Going to get the ult points. Looking for a showstopper play here. There's the fast commit. Buys down. Daimyo picking up two. Daimyo picking up three. Looking for a fourth. Daimyo's filling it. Here comes out the ultimate. Probably are going to be committed. Gilly force split back. No luck through the smoke. Picks up the second gun. No ammo in there. No spray transfer for you. The eyes committed. Both of them are left in long. Finds Onward steals
J-Bag can come out, get that flawless for the final victory. We hear the screaming in the arena. That is Boise State winning quarterfinals. We are now going to the semifinals. It is Boise State that is staying undefeated here tonight.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the Hounds really, the Cyberhounds sort of just really took this so far. It just kudos to that team right there. The Bind was such their map, and they did a beautiful job playing it.
2-0 seems a little bit deceptive. The Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State Esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. And from all of us here at Boise State, what a great matchup. Boise State kind of going into the semifinals. Still undefeated. Just speaks to the individual skill of each one of these players coming out here tonight.
Yeah, it really was impressive. The way they played that, and it got us on the edge of our seats. I know that for a fact, of definitely being down a lot the first half and then going into overtime as well. The Cyberhounds just really kind of just kept clawing back and back and back, and it wasn't until we were pushing overtime that you make that smart read, and that's sort of where I pointed out a lot. They end up doing the same hit over and over again on the site.
Yeah.
The 4 on the split of A with one sit in the backside of, or 4 on the split of B with one splitting A just as kind of like a background. I understand the Viper's not super crucial there on that B site, but you got to mix it up a little bit more. They found quite a bit of success on A site. You know, nothing to really scoff at. So I would have loved to see a little bit more commitment on that side, but nevertheless, you could tell Bind was their map because they were in there till the very last moment. I mean, that was some really good Valorant.
Alrighty, and with the player of the game, who are you thinking? Who do you want to mention?
You know, I'm gonna go with Skies this time around because I think Skies had an amazing game the first time around the Rays, and then had a pretty consistent game on Bind as well, of having those frag outs when needed the most. So I think Skies was the perfect image of what a duelist should be this time around. I
think Skies did lots of the duelist things. They got lots of the frags. I think the other fragger that I really want to mention is Daimyo.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Daimyo was always there, and especially on Bind, it felt like was much more Daimyo's map. And we ended up playing a lot more Bind than we did Haven.
Yeah, and I think for those last 2 rounds alone, solely Daimyo deserves it. But I think if for consistency-wise over 2 maps, I think it goes to Skies. But we're going to find out.
We're going to find out right here, right now. Currently, it's on Spirit, and it looks like it'll be Rihanna. We're both wrong coming out here with the Dark Horse. How could we sleep on Rihanna here? Getting the side elimination on the Omen, spraying through the mist. Yeah,
this 3-piece here, which I think turns into a 4-piece with that pick onto Hamzy. This flank piece was also very crucial as well, picking up this
How can I
double.
forget the flank?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. How did we forget this? This was played beautifully.
And again, if you're Spirit, you're just like, oh, I walked right past him. And then he takes everybody out. And then finally, Rihanna gets taken out. And right as we're seeing the Hamzy double kill, we're seeing Rihanna in the back getting just as many.
In fact, that was the call by Hamzy there with Spike to actually make that commitment.
White hiding behind the box ends up getting their triple kill. The first elimination was off screen there, and Rihanna is your player of the game, and the player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful. Just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success, Rihanna is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. And with that player revelation, do you have any final thoughts before we go to our top 5?
Close it out. I'm sort of more or less interested. We mentioned that before at the beginning of the match. 12 undefeated teams. And, the Cyberhounds were ranked number 9. We're ranked number 1. And they put up that big of a fight. Maybe they're feeling it. Maybe that's their might. I mean, I think next match is going to be more than likely against the number 4 team. Forgive me for not remembering their name, but ECAC is looking like a tough tournament, and it's going to be a fight till the end.
We're going to be here all night for the rest of the ECAC tournaments here.
Oh, yeah.
And our top 5 plays to end out tonight are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. And from all of us here at Boise State Esports, we're feeling great. Still undefeated in ECAC, and have a good night.